7 talks about how the foolish put their dust to the test. It is referring to Jesus Christ. But you remember in last week's gospel, Jesus asked the disciples, who do they say that I am? And they said, John the Baptist, Elijah, or one of the prophets. Do you remember John the Baptist who came before Jesus and prepared his ministry? Well, during the era of King Herod took his brother's wife, Philip. Her name was Herodias. And John the Baptist said, it is not lawful for you to take your brother's wife. So they imprisoned John the Baptist. Then during a celebration, the daughter of Herodias performed a dance for King Herod. And see, he so enjoyed it that he told her, I'll give you whatever you wish. Well, she went to her mother, and her mother said, we want the head of John the Baptist. So John the Baptist was beheaded because he stood for righteousness. He stood for what was right. We had Holy Family too. We are put to the test. You've heard of the letters that have been sent out. Tell them what kind of church this is. The comments. But we are for God's people. We're all inclusive. Our sacraments are a little bit easier to obtain than everywhere else, because we believe that those that seek the sacraments want to be part of the Christian community, and there's no need to put them through a bunch of tests, so they have to jump through a bunch of hoops. It is simpler. Those people that have been away from communion for a long time because they're not married by the church are welcome here to receive the body and blood of Jesus Christ. Because isn't that how God lives in you and you in Him? It's through the Eucharist. The Eucharist is important for those people. Imagine how many years that people suffer not being able to receive the body and blood of Jesus Christ. On another note, today we celebrate over 20 years of service for the Joy Group. The Joy Group stands for Jesus, others, and then you. Brother Kerry with a blessing of Bishop John McCarthy, founded the Joy Group for senior adults, so they can continue their ministry. Just because they were seniors doesn't mean that your ministry journey was over. And so it became a rosary group, hosted social events. They went on trips. And they didn't work, so they could just get up and go anytime. That was what's good about the senior adults. They were free. We used to perform like 40 to 50 rosaries for the bereaved every month. Over the course of 20 years, an easy 1,000 rosaries have been performed. And isn't that what the gospel is talking about? That if you want to be first, you have to be the last and the servant to all. And that's what the joy was about. In the second reading from the book of James, it talks about seeking wisdom from above. Why? Because wisdom from above is pure, peaceable, gentle, and quiet, full of mercy and full of good fruits. It's never changing and it's sincere. So remember, seek wisdom from above, so that you may receive the Lord